Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm like, where are we at? This is our first live, our first craft and event after the long holidays. I hope everyone had a chance to just take some breathers, enjoy the holiday, enjoy the season. And I'm so excited because Rebekah is actually going to be sharing with us a fun way that you can make an easel card. If you are not familiar with how to make an easel card, then hopefully you can join her and learn a bit and be encouraged to create one of your own. And if you have made an easel card, then hopefully you're inspired to pull out your scraps of paper and make another one, because it's always fun to see what each of us create and their version of it. All right, Miss Becca, I'm going to let you take it over, and I'm excited to see what you have in store for us.
I'm excited to do it. Okay, so here is an example of a finished one. This one was using punches, but I'm going to show you how to assemble it using all of your Kiwi love. So here is a finished easel card. So this is what they look like from the side, so that you can actually mail them, but they can set on a table. So you can just sit it on a table. I left this part blank so you can actually add pictures or more fun stuff there. And then it just folds up when you want to mail it. You just mail it just like this. So it ends up being 6 by 6 when you have it all folded up. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're actually going to take your, and this time I'm doing, because who doesn't need the beach right now in the middle of winter, right? You're going to take, and you want to make sure that this is thicker paper, so cardstock thickness. If you have the Kiwi papers that are thicker papers, those would work too. Some of your thinner papers, you just don't, they won't have the heft that you need to make it stand. So you really want to make sure that your background parts of your card are definitely a thicker cardstock or paper. So, okay, so your first piece you're going to use is a 6 by 12 piece of cardstock, and you are going to score it at 6 inches, and that will make the back part of the base. This color you're not going to see as much, so whatever color you want them to see the most, that's the color you're going to want to do with this next piece that we're getting ready to do. I apologize, I have a frog in my throat. So then this one I use navy. And then the next piece, I actually will cut 5 3/4 by 11 1/2, and then you're going to score it at 5 3/4. So you're making a square, and then you're actually going to turn it around. So do your 5 3/4, then you turn it around and you score it at 2 7/8. And I know that's a harder number to get to, but 2 7/8. And then what you're going to do is you're going to accordion fold it. So you're going to end up with your big square where the valley is, and then your smaller rectangle will be your peak. So you end up like this, okay? All right, and then you're just going to, now I like to decorate before I adhere it. It's just easier. When you go to adhere it, you want to make sure that you leave a little space down here. So it will be a 5 3/4 square. So you could assemble it just like this and have it out even if you're very precise with the way that you make things. But I like to actually do it where sometimes I'll put it a little closer to the bottom edge so that you get a little bit more up top. And the reason is when you go to fold it, it just gives you a little bit of a different look. I don't know. So then you're going to actually take a piece of decorative paper that you like, and you're going to cut it 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then you can just start playing. So the 5 1/2 by 5 1/2, I'm going to go ahead and adhere to my aqua base. And that one you will want to, let me just show you. Since you're going to be hiding some of it underneath, you can go further up with that one. So that looks like that when you've got it. That becomes the background of your page. And you can decorate here. You just want to make sure whatever you're making that you're not using super poppy stuff. Like you don't want to use pop dots or foam squares. You want to make sure that whatever you're putting on here is relatively flat, because when you go to close it and mail it, it doesn't close well if there's a lot of hefty stuff here. So then you're just going to decorate the front. And actually at this point it is, I lied, not on purpose, but I'm going to tell you now, go ahead and glue that to the front just because it's a little easier to work. But I do like to put the background, anything I'm putting on that inside back piece on before I assemble. So, and I can't see if people are leaving comments or anything, so I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. All right, so I just, to make it easier when you go to do this, fold this piece in half and fold this up, like the way as if you were already glued down. And then I just kind of center it on there, put my adhesive on the back and then smoosh it down. And then now you've got your assembled easel, okay? All right, so the next part is the front decorations, which is my favorite part. You can put some decoration here, but just keep in mind you're not gonna see it. And even if it's popping up, like for example, originally I thought this would be kind of fun to have the waves coming up the back, right? But when you do it that way, let me just show you. It looks cute, actually, but I found something I like better. You don't want to have like all of your, so I used Breezy 1A to make this, and I just used this entire piece. This is actually a journaling card that I cut up, or a project recipe card. You want to, and then I used Tiny Seaside, and I was gonna use a fish. You depending on what you want to make, you can do different things with it. I ended up using the seashell, which is 5, and the little flower, which is 2. And if you put it back here, it looks kind of cute this way, kind of in the back sticking out like that. Just keep in mind you put your glue on the other side, right? You want it to glue to this side, not to the other. But what I ended up liking was I found this matte card, the Project Life card, PML card, and I really like the way this looks. So I decided I wanted to put mine, and you can do front or back. Hold on, just show you. If you put it in the back, just be very mindful of the fact that when you go to close it, you don't want things to get caught. So this is a lot harder to do online than it is when I'm just doing it by myself. So okay, so I actually am gonna put the glue on the back part because I actually like this. I had a different plan when I started, but I like the way it looks now, so I'm gonna keep it. All right, and I just glued the little waves in the back. And as long as it's not getting caught and as long as I can still fold that close, you should be good to go. And then I love this card. I cut it down to the size that you need, which would be, sorry. You can either use it as a border, use a little border here and cut it to 5.5 by 2, or you can do exactly what they did here, which is 2 7/8 by 5 3/4, and then it covers the entire piece like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on that piece, and then the rest is really, you use whatever templates you like to make it. And again, because this one's beachy, I decided I wanted mine to be the shells. And see, this is what it looks like. I'll glue it on there like that, and I could leave it just like this. That actually looks really cute. But because I like to do things a little crazy, add a little more. I can add my seashells and my flowers to either the back, whoops, they keep falling down because I'm moving it through them, to either the back of them, like this, or to the front. In fact, I would probably even venture to say, now if you do it, you have to be careful because you put this back here and it's going to get caught when you go to try to fold it. So whatever you start with, you probably want to finish with. So in fact, I think I'm not even going to put the shell. I'm just going to do this. So if I assemble this and put this here, and I have this super cute little card, and it will fold up. Now, again, be careful because you put this back here, it will get caught on the flower. So you want to make sure when you're folding that you're very careful. And in this particular case, and I don't ever normally say this, but I put the glue on here. That way, when I go to assemble and stick that down, I'm not putting glue somewhere where that wave is. And just know when you go to do it, your wave is going to get up underneath it. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to make sure there's no glue where your wave is. And you're going to kind of do it like this so that when you close it, and I'll get closer. So you close it to mail it, you have this sticking out, and then it pops up and it's hard to see that. All right. Anyway, you get the idea. It's lots of fun, and you can play as much as you want. You could even just put the little flower here and call it a day. So it's whatever you want it to be. So have fun with your card. I have experimented and made different sizes of this card, and you can do some fun things with it. I have a winter card I can't find right now, but I'm sure, so I'll make sure that gets posted as well. So I'm actually going to leave mine without the flower. I think I like that better. So yeah, beach days are the best days. Isn't that the truth? Happy New Year, everyone. Have fun. I love you.